What's going on, everybody? Very excited for today's episode. We're here with special guest Andrew Ward, General Manager at DC Comics. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, and we're Spencer. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? Good to see you guys.
Spencer, where are you right now?
I'm in Mammoth, California.
Nice.
Got off the mountain not too long ago, and I'm jumping on with our friend Andrew here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited about today's episode because we have so many fun topics to cover. The most importantly, we'll start off by talking about the merger with Palm NFT and Candy Digital. I'm really excited to hear about that, hear more details about that. Can you actually give us a little more details about the merger and your plans for the future?
Yeah, I can give a little bit. I actually just got my swag in last week.
Looking good.
Best part of it. No, it's something that we're really excited about. It's been in the works behind the scenes for a while now. Candy Digital and Palm have worked closely together in the past, always very friendly and advising each other in the space, and just really identified that we have very similar mindsets and work in very similar industries on the same blockchain. So it's like they're building out experiences for their collectors on their side. We're doing the same on ours. And it just makes so much sense for us to combine forces, combine our knowledge, and see where we go from here.
That's awesome. We haven't had a chance.
Sorry, I'm curious why you guys decided to take on the Candy branding rather than sticking with Palm or going with something completely different.
I don't know the specifics around that decision. I do know that there was a bit of confusion with the Palm branding, with distinguishing the Palm NFT Studio from the Palm Foundation and the Palm Network. So I think moving away from that branding made a lot of sense for us as an organization. And I mean, personally, I kind of dig the Candy name, so I'm pretty happy that this is what we ended up with.
That's awesome. Yeah, we haven't dived deeply into Candy yet, but I have seen some of the things that they're doing, especially the Stranger Things drop that happened like 6 months ago, where they scanned the actual props from films and they put them on the blockchain, and they look fantastic. It's such a cool idea.
Yeah. Really fun engagement, fun promotion to do for the show. Right now we're really in like a deep dive knowledge sharing process with Candy. So learning about what they've done in the past for their clients and what their collectors and users have really responded to, and seeing what we can do for the future on the DC side with that.
And so the Palm network and Palm blockchain is still going to operate, and you guys are still going to build on top of it?
Yeah. So those are completely independent entities. So Palm NFT Studio merging with Candy has no impact on the Palm blockchain at all.
Very cool. Okay, that's awesome to know. Recently, we had the Multiverse drop, which was an absolute blast. We had a really good time for over a 2-week process of getting those drops. And how did you feel about the drop and the response from the community?
It was really cool. It was so interesting and exciting to have that kind of tie-in and connection to the concepts of the film that was launching at the same time, and us trying to bring that experience of opening up multiverse editions through the comics on our platform. It was really a fun project to work on, something that DC brought to us as like, hey, we're thinking about doing this kind of a thing. Is that something that you guys can make happen? So we were extremely excited to work on it with them, and just the creativity of the artwork and the character selections that the team at DC had for all the covers that they chose. And then throwing in the Easter eggs to kind of give a nod at our users was just
That was awesome.
It
That
was
was
so
so fun
cool.
to see the response from the community and them finding their names, and that was awesome. That was really cool that you guys did that.
It was one of those things where, like, I knew it was coming, but I had no idea who was being selected, where they were being
Oh,
hidden.
nice.
So I got to play along in the hunt with everyone else trying to find the names.
That's fantastic. Oh, that was so cool. And then now you guys are coming to San Diego Comic-Con, which is happening this week. Super excited. We're actually going to be there covering as press for San Diego, and we've heard that there's actually an event happening with Cowls.
Yeah. So on Saturday, we're putting together an exclusive signing with Jim Lee. So Batcal holders will be able to show up Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30, and have exclusive access to meet with Jim Lee, get a Batcal poster signed and a Batcal pin that is, won't be able to get it anywhere else.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Is he doing signings like if you want to bring something of your own, or is it just reserved for those posters?
I think it's just reserved for the posters, but I can double check on that.
Will they be already signed, or do you actually meet him and then he'll sign it for you? Maybe even put your name on there.
I don't know, but I do know that it's going to be a very intimate experience. It's only open to Batcal holders. It's only available for an hour, and it's only Batcal holders who are at San Diego Comic-Con who are going to be able to experience it. So for those who are fortunate enough to be in the area, I think it's going to be a really cool experience.
That's so special. So everyone out there, just so you have an idea how special this is, I had a chance to meet Jim Lee about a year and a half, 2 years ago at TorpedoCon, which is a Comic-Con event held by Torpedo Comics. And I waited in line for almost 4.5 hours to meet Jim Lee.
God.
4.5 hours, guys. Yeah, 4.5 hours. I have a big Marvel poster signed, and I have a bunch of artists sign it. And I'm like, I got to get Jim Lee to sign it. I have to. So, man, that was it's quite a journey to get that signature. But what a nice guy. And this was before Batcals. I had any idea he was working on this. He may have been working at the time. But, man, that was quite a journey waiting for hours. So for Batcal holders to go there and just meet him immediately is really special.
Yeah, really, so this will be a slightly different experience from what you had there.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Do you know if Jim Lee's going to be speaking at all, or doing like a panel or anything like that, or is it kind of just
he is? So not as a part of this meet and greet, but I do know that I think he's doing an appearance with McFarlane, and then I think he has a separate panel as well earlier in the week.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
McFarlane is another one who's been able to give really close access to him, through NFTs, which has been really cool.
Yeah, the things that they're building there are so cool, and just taking what they've done with the physical space and then putting out NFTs of the same quality and care that they put into the physical has been really cool to see, and would love to do something with them in the future.
Totally.
It's been really inspiring seeing these incredible artists like Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane get involved in Web3 and NFTs, and not just get involved, but they really understand it and really believe in it, and they're so excited for the future. It's really fun and refreshing to see that.
Yeah, and it's thinking about it beyond just what NFTs and digital collectibles are today. It's figuring out how to use the technologies behind them to really connect with the fans and bring them into the process and have that direct line of communication. Like, working with DC Comics has been so incredible, because that's always where their mindset goes, is how can we use this technology to connect more with our fans.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are there any other special announcements you'd like to discuss, or anything that you'd like to go over in terms of Comic-Con?
In terms of Comic-Con, I don't think so. We're going to be sending out a form to all Batcal holders, I think on Wednesday, for you all to fill out to RSVP. So you'll just need to submit that and have a pass for Comic-Con in order to attend.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's it for that.
Pretty straightforward. And you can't share bat cows, right? You can't share them on. You can't. Yeah. So
No.
if you got 10 or 20 on the same account, guys, you can't share them with other people, unfortunately.
Sorry, guys.
But I'm curious too, when people find out about this, if there's an opportunity for people to buy a bat cow before the links are sent out, or has a screenshot already been taken?
So it hasn't been taken yet. I think we're probably going to take it Wednesday morning before we send it out. And then we'll leave it open until I think end of day Friday is when we'll close the RSVPs and double check everything against the snapshot to make sure that we have the right people who are going to be coming.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm very excited to see. I'm very excited to see. I'm very excited to see how people feel about digital collectibles and NFTs in general. I remember last year we were there. We actually went to a Odd Key event. That's a company run by Todd McFarlane and his family. And it was interesting. I went in line to get a exclusive Comic-Con variant from Todd McFarlane. There's only 100 of them, and there were probably like 1,000 people, 2,000 people in line trying to get this thing. And then there were some people walking around saying, "Hey, you own this NFT. You can go to an event, and you can, They didn't mention you're going to meet Todd McFarlane, but they said you can actually come to this event." And people were scoffing at it. They had no idea, they had no understanding of what it was. And then I actually went to the event, and we got to hang out with Todd McFarlane for over 4 hours, 5 hours, in a room with like 25, 30 people. And it was one of the coolest experiences. He signed autographs for everybody. He did a raffle. He drew a sketch of Venom and gave it to somebody in a raffle. And it was just inherent a bunch of stories from him. And this is the kind of beauty of NFTs, being able to bring communities together, and people are passionate about this. So, you guys are doing a phenomenal job.
That's the thing. I mean, NFTs have such a negative public perception, and some of that is deserved. Like, people view them as cash grabs, as Ponzi schemes, and unfortunately that's because many of them have been cash grabs and Ponzi schemes. And what we're trying to do is just like building by example and showing that there's more to NFTs and the technology behind them than having a JPEG of a Bored Ape that you're selling for $1 million, hopefully. Like, showing that owning an NFT is more of a membership. You can show up to San Diego Comic-Con and get access to meet Jim Lee if you hold one of these. Like, that's the perception that we're trying to shift things towards.
I love that. That's so great. And are there going to be any drops by Candy for DC NFTs during Comic-Con? Like any comic book drops or anything special that's going to be dropped?
So we do have our regular weekly DC3 sale that's going to be going live on Thursday. So I think the title for that's getting released tomorrow, so I won't spoil that here.
Cool.
But there might be a bit of a connection to Comic-Con with that one. And then we'll see if there's anything else in the future.
Nice. That's great. Yeah. Are you able to go? Are you going to Comic-Con, or are you missing out on this one, unfortunately?
I'm missing out on this one. We will have some people there on the ground kind of helping out with DC and with the signing event, but unfortunately, I'm not able to join.
What about New York, though? You have any plans for New York?
Nothing definite yet, but I will be there for that one.
Good. Yeah, we went there last year, and it was an absolute blast. It was the very similar concept to San Diego, very similar feel. Yeah, it was really fun. Really, really fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it would be great to go and to meet some of the Bat Cow holders in person.
Oh yeah, big time. Have you been to a con event, like a Comic-Con?
I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. What a first one to go to, too.
You better be dressed up.
Cool.
If it makes you feel better, Andrew, I've never dressed up.
Yeah, Yeah, we go in Comic Con business casual, which is jeans and a t-shirt.
Business good. Business casual. That's awesome. That's awesome. So basically, everyone just needs to be all back cow holders who plan to attend. They just need to be on the lookout for this email, which will have an opportunity to RSVP.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. And will any announcements be made as well on social media, just in case if emails go to like different promotion folders or anything like that? People should be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So we'll be letting everyone know when they get sent out. So if you don't receive it, just let us know and we'll get it to you.
Fantastic. That's great. Awesome. Well, Andrew, is there anything else you'd like to go over or discuss before we wrap up?
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a release this morning. So withdrawals are now re-enabled on the DC NFT platform. So if you all haven't seen that yet, you can log in, check it out. Withdrawals in USDC to your own wallets.
That's fantastic news. That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, so everyone out there, you can officially cash out. That's great. Is this for worldwide? Everyone worldwide, or?
I believe so. Everyone who we currently support will be supported for this.
Awesome. That's great. That's great news. So everyone out there you go. Withdrawals officially back. And yeah, I'm very excited for Comic-Con. This is gonna be fantastic. We'll be sure to cover the event and take photos and share it with the rest of the community.
Yeah, and we do have one other email that's going out today. So all DC3 and Backcal holders are getting early access to the new Illuvio and Warner Brothers NFT of the Flash movie. So those emails are going out today, and I think the sale early access opens at midnight tonight. So that's coming up also.
That's amazing news.
So who is it that has early access for that?
Backcal holders and DC3 holders. So if you have a comic or a Backcal, you're able to get that early access.
That's amazing. And to my knowledge, this is the first feature film to be released on the blockchain by a major studio.
That could be true. I'm not sure. we'll go with yes. Yeah.
That's amazing. So people are they going to be able to actually own this as a collectible and be able to put on marketplaces in the future, that kind of thing, or how does that work specifically for these films? For this film in particular.
This one in particular, I'm not sure. We'll have to double check on the Illuvio platform how they're handling it. But yeah, so it's going to be access to the full film, special features, additional digital collectibles within it. And everyone who purchases one of these will also get a voucher code for a free DC3 Superpower Pack on the DC NFT platform.
That's awesome. And from what I've seen, it looks like you're taking behind the scenes to a whole new level. Yeah, that looks really impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And where can people find more information about this?
So we sent out an email last week, or was it last week? We sent out too many emails. So we sent out an email about it, last week, and we'll send out another one today with your unique URLs that will give you your early access later today, and then you can find out more about it on the Illuvio platform as well.
Perfect. That's great. And we actually had a question from Prez. When crypto pay in market offers?
So. Awesome questions. Two things that I really want to see on the platform. And I know that allowing crypto pay out is kind of the first foot in the door for getting more of this involved in the platform. So Prez, something that we're talking about and figuring out how to make that happen.
That's awesome. Do you anticipate there potentially could be offers for collectibles that aren't on the market as well in the future?
So, I mean, that's like my ultimate goal is figuring out how to, like, if you own a Backcal and it's not even listed, you can opt into having offers on it. And it's something that people can then send and you get a notification, you can accept or decline. This is all just in theory right now, trying to
Sure.
figure it out. So don't hold me to any of that. But
Yeah.
that's kind of the direction that I would love to see us go in.
Yeah, us too, definitely. Another good question.
You guys
Will
have
it be an app?
plans for a mobile app? Yeah.
So as of last week, there were no plans at all. A lot of that is because of how the fee structures work on the app platforms. But Android actually just came out and said that they're opening the doors a bit to NFTs and integrating them into apps on platform. So I think maybe we take a second look at that. But I also know that there's still a lot of room for improvement on the current website. So making sure that we're focusing a lot of our energy on improving that experience is something that's important to us.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely.
Yeah, even
Awesome.
like just a reader app would be great. Even not for like custody of assets or anything like that. Just for people to enjoy the comics on an app would be great too.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
no fees.
That's a good idea. Just link your account and then you can read on it. I like it.
Me too. Awesome. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. It was really fun talking to you about all this, and we're super excited for this week. It's going to be an absolute blast.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of you guys that you get to go. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Looking forward to seeing everyone's reactions to it, and maybe we'll have one or two more surprises coming out soon.
Oh, very cool. Did I hear Extra Comics 1? It broke out a little bit. No. All right. But yeah, but what you were saying earlier, we'll definitely make up for it in New York.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, Andrew, thanks so much for coming on today. And guys, everyone out there, thank you so much for joining. And make sure to be on the lookout for this email if you plan to attend Comic-Con, and also the cool announcements they have as well for Comic-Con. Very excited for this week. I can't say it enough.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.